First and foremost, thank you to Corporal Pelkey and the Caldwell Police Department for letting us go out there. There were, in fact, some officers waiting to go through the course after we were done. You were saying we probably showed him a thing or two.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so. Probably not. But
it's impressive.
Brian did beat me. He finished in
2:29.
2:29. I finished in 2:48.
Yep.
I was really excited. I went first, and I was really excited because the average officer Corporal Pelkey was telling us is about 3 minutes.
Right.
So I was below average, but then Brian was way below
over
average.
here.
Yeah, we're not. But this time tomorrow, we put a bet on the line. We're actually talking with Corporal Pelkey about what we could do. He was way happy to say that the loser should get tased. We politely declined. We said no, thank you. But so we actually came up with that. I am going to do Kelsey's makeup. So we'll post a photo of that tomorrow for you.
At this time.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Me neither.
All right, also can't wait for the inversion to pack its bags, move on. Now, if that's not enough for you, we are still going to have a cold weekend here, but we'll get to see some sunshine. If you need warmth and sunshine, there's one place you can go, and it's Las Vegas, that bowl game coming up on Saturday. Look at the temperatures. Tailgating should be comfortable in the mid-50s, maybe a light jacket early, but by middle of the game, 64 degrees for the daytime high there. I mean, you might feel like you can take it off and wear those T-shirts for a change. So sunny and warm, or decently warm for Las Vegas in December there. Not quite as warm as it could be, of course, but still will feel pretty nice if you're headed down there. So go Broncos, looking forward to that game. All right, we're still dealing with high pressure across the region. Dense fog advisory in effect this morning. Visibility is bad down toward Mountain Home and Twin Falls. We still have some of this fog in the morning, followed by the cold air just being trapped down at the surface thanks to that low layer of clouds. Nothing changes for us through Thursday. Watch what happens to those lines, the ridge lines. As we get into Friday, though, you'll see that shift there. That's what signifies a change in pattern. And you see these lines dipping. That hints at a little trough or just a little weak system that could push some wet weather in, or at least open the door for a change, maybe some snow flurries in the mountains. We are making some tweaks to that forecast that I'll pinpoint here in a second. But overall, the most important piece of this, the inversion, is going to break down, or at least it's still on target to do so. Then as we get into early next week, we'll still be watching for kind of some unsettled weather in the pattern, but there is going to be another ridge of high pressure kind of building in that might keep us drier than I think we might want to be overall. So today, if you're going to be out and about taking the dog for a walk, or even just going Christmas shopping, if that's on your to-do list, take the jacket and the gloves with you, even if it's just to walk to and from the car. It's going to be frigid out there for most of the day. Daytime high 25, but we're not going to stray much. Temperatures really just inching up and down a couple of degrees for the next couple of days, or the next couple of days, I think. So today we actually could see some increased cloud cover in the mountains with the possibility of a few flurries, maybe squeezing out of an inch of snow for some of our mountains this morning. But that's about the only weak disturbance we have in the pattern here for the next 48 hours. By the time we get into Friday, it's this little weak system here. It's a cold front. It's going to swing through the area, and that should be enough to mix up the atmosphere and get those high clouds on their way out of the area. So we'll watch that feature a little bit closer as we get into Friday. So yeah, we'll start to notice some actual cloud cover on the futurecast, which picks up on the higher clouds in the atmosphere, not just that low stratus layer that we've been dealing with. But by Friday evening, watch what happens. We have this little storm system that's with the cold front that kind of zips in, could send a little push of snow to the mountains and maybe a rain-snow mix or a wintry mix around here. It also could provide the possibility of a freezing drizzle because it's been so cold here at the bottom on the valley floor. Even if it rains, it might freeze as it enters the lower part of the atmosphere. So that's what we're dealing with Friday night. This thing zips in, zips right out, and then we're actually left on a drier note for the weekend. So with these upcoming changes, the good news, of course, the inversion breaks. Our temperatures warm toward average, and we'll actually get a nice weekend with some sunshine. It's going to be drier than we were anticipating, so I'm looking at kind of nixing the chance of showers here in the valley. That's not the best news for the mountains, so this is not going to be a major storm. We're not expecting significant mountain snow totals, but hey, at this point, even if we get an inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, I think anything counts and helps, but it's just not going to be that monster storm the mountains wanted. So for us, the other thing is our temperatures are going to rebound back into the 30s by the weekend. Should start to feel downright balmy getting into early next week with highs in the upper 30s. So we'll be back on track with our average temps, but a couple more days to go before we can lift out of this fog.
All right, well, at least we'll get a little bit of the sunshine coming back to the Treasure Valley, something that we all enjoy. So.